Welcome, everybody. Thank you for being here. I'm Suzanne Roth-Paul. I'm a passionate wellness advocate and health coach that wants you living your best life every single day. Now, I believe you can do that when you start your day eating safe, toxin-free foods and using safe, toxin-free products. And it's why I value this incredibly safe technology I'll be sharing with you today from a company called Lifewave that's been patching the world literally for close to 20 years now. Wow, wow, wow. I've been with Lifeway for 4 years, and I can say, where were you, Lifeway, for me 16 years ago when I so desperately needed you in my 40s? So anyway, it's been incredible the 4 years. As when if you know me and you've seen me before, I love to tout all of my experiences with Lifeway. Okay, so today we're going to start on a brand new patch series that I finally get to share the many benefits of all 11 patches that are in our vast family of Lifeway products. Now, I'm going to be sharing them 1 week at a time, of course, and I'm so excited because I've had some of you request that I do a patch per week as I move forward. And fortunately, I've been at this for a while now, since the beginning of the year, doing these trainings, and now I've got the opportunity to finally dive into each individual patch. And I'll be covering, as I said, a patch a week. And there's even going to be a horse patch that I'll be talking about, and our wonderful skincare line that you do not want to miss. So tell your pet lovers and your skincare enthusiasts to join me moving forward on this series and not miss those, because of course there's going to be great stories and testimonies on both those products as well as all of them. So let's get started today on the patch that is called the Energy Enhancer, that literally launched Lifewave into the spotlight, but also launched it into its business as a successful 20-year company. Okay. So we're going to start with our first slide. That is, can't see right now, wherever it disappeared to. There we go. We're going to start with David Schmidt, who is the inventor and founder and CEO of Lifewave. Now, Lifewave and David have over 130 US patents, which is a lot of patents for one person. So think about that. In 20 years, the number of patents that he has been able to garnish and put under his belt. He likes to be called a scientist and an inventor because David is all about technology. So we call Lifewave a technology company now. And he's a two-time recipient of the Advanced Technology Award from the International Hall of Fame. So he's very accredited, very respected, and a very humble man. And I'm so proud to be part of this Lifewave team as David is being our amazing leader that he is. Okay, so how did Lifewave first begin? So I'm going to talk about this because this is it's very what am I trying to say? It's very important with the Energy Enhancer patch that we're going to be talking about today. So the original idea came from David's work on developing survival equipment. And he was trying to create ways to help the Navy SEAL crew members of a mini sub stay awake for 30 hours without the need for drugs. So he was already back then trying to find things that were harmless and safe, which is what I love so much about him as an inventor and the founder. He started looking into natural ways to increase energy in the body for these folks that were on these subs for these long periods of time, and they needed to stay awake. Now, the investigation then turned into 3 years of research, which culminated into the very first Lifewave prototype, which is the Energy Enhancer patch. Now, before I go to the next slide, I did want to mention that David was working for the Navy SEALs, but the contract obviously ended because of the 9/11 event in 2001. So the government pulled that account. But David knew he had something very powerful, and so he continued on his research and development. Okay, so then we're going to go into the person that really helped launch Lifewave and is near and dear to David's heart, because this man, Richard Quick, who's a Hall of Famer, and he was a head coach for the women's swim team, many women's swim teams, and he was also a professional swimmer himself back in his day. But he was someone that David met after his experience with and his work with the Navy SEALs, he was introduced to him. And this 6-time U.S. Olympic swim coach from Stanford University really is the person that believed in David and his vision. So David's vision for Lifewave and this future of Lifewave was to enhance performance of individuals without stimulants. So it goes back to what he was doing for the Navy SEALs. And he didn't want any drugs or artificial anything in whatever he was creating. So he proposed this to Richard Quick and asked him if he'd be interested in trying it on his team. And he agreed to patch his swim team. Well, 3 weeks later after the patching, and six to eight of the swimmers broke their personal lifetime record. So it was a pretty amazing experience for not only the swim team, but for David to show that these patches actually work. And of course, they had to be vetted, they had to be tested, they had to make sure that there wasn't anything in them that was, either harmless and or doping. You know how dangerous that is and how awful it is for Olympians and or athletes. And of course, the patches were perfectly fine. So the Stanford team was spotted at the Olympic trials wearing these patches, and that's what really launched Lifewave into the spotlight. Okay, Lifewave. Now, this is when November 10th of 2004 was when the company was launched, as I mentioned. So it's the same year that the trials were for the Olympic event. And it was Lifewave, November 10th was Lifewave's first day in business as a direct sales company. Now, David opted for a direct sales company for a specific reason. And I wanted to share this because it's why I'm doing the work I am today to, obviously encourage healthy products that are safe and harmless and to support good companies doing good work. And he wanted health and wellness teams to represent his product rather than retail stores and or for people to have to pay retail. And he wanted people that were passionate about sharing a harmless wearable technology like this that supports healing, age reversing, and longevity. And so it was a natural for him to put this, to consider a direct sales team. And a direct sales company, sorry. And I'm not big on direct sales companies or multi-level marketing. And I fell into this for my own health. And I'm telling you, it's been the best thing for me and my community because I've been able to share it and I've been able to earn something that I can put back into my business. And it's been so gratifying to do that. And I really want to say that this company is creating both health and wealth for everyone. So you have the choice to use these patches on your own and not do anything with them beyond enjoying them, but you can share them and you could also earn, residual income, which is so important today. And it's creating independence and freedom for so many of us that have our own business, especially in the wellness world. And we're able to use this patch and look like superstars. So because we're helping so many people. But the company is now a multi-million-dollar worldwide business and is growing rapidly each year. So it's a great opportunity and time to join us if you haven't already. All right, so now we're going to talk about the energy. Well, let's talk about how these patches work first. So it's based on phototherapy, and it's a type of light therapy called biomodulation. And that's how these patches work. And you can see an picture of one here on the bottom right. Lifewave patches contain very specific combinations of organic materials and nanocrystals. When applied or near the body, they are activated by our own body heat. So again, nothing transdermal, nothing going into the body when they're put on you. They then begin to emit very specific wavelengths of light, which stimulate targeted and beneficial biochemical responses in the body. So it's just a messenger. It's just, light waves that are actually being transmitted through the body with your own body heat and your own body light that is causing this reaction to stimulate cells or have your cells start doing the work they need to and start healing the body. Now, photobiomodulation is the basis for our Lifewave phototherapy patches and technology. And again, I want to just emphasize they're non-transdermal, so you don't even have to put them on your skin. They can be applied to even clothing. And when we do patch demonstrations, we often just do that with some tape, or hold it there. You can literally hold them on people and you can see some results. Okay, so the clinical studies that are very, very important for a product of this stature have all been, proven that this product works. And here are some of the things that we love about the energy enhancer and what it can do for you. So it enhances athletic performance, stamina, and strength. And you saw that with the fact that the Olympic swim team had incredible results. And they were using these patches, and it ended up catapulting other athletes to use them as well. Now, it supports heart rate variability at exercise and rest. So that's very important if you are into physical fitness, whether you are an exerciser or not. It's certainly helping you either way that you're wearing them. It also supports cardiovascular and breathing. And we have a lot of cardiovascular issues today. And it's very important to wear these for that specific reason in and of itself. We have a lot of issues with our air quality. So I think this is a patch that's really good for wearing daily. It increases and provides steady energy as needed. And this is great if you're a caffeine user and you know that when you have your caffeine early in the day, you're going to end up crashing and burning and eventually needing another cup in the afternoon. I was up a little late last night. I am happy to report I got up this morning. I put my patches on, especially the energy enhancers. I haven't felt tired all day, and I certainly haven't needed any extra edge to do this late afternoon call. And so they definitely work. And these are the patches you can feel a difference on when you put them on, especially if you're healthy. You know, if you've got some issues you have to work out, sometimes they can take a little longer for you to feel that energy that you might need for the day that, you know, caffeine replaces. It accelerates metabolism and helps to convert fat to energy. Now, this is really good and important to know. This is valuable for a lot of us that have excess fat on us and we want to burn this fat off. You can burn 20% more body fat and up to 3 to 600 calories a day by wearing these patches. It supports mitochondrial function, which is so critical for cell health and critical for overall vitality. You've heard me say, if you've heard me talk before, that a healthy cell is a healthy body. Supports energy flow through acupuncture meridians. We're going to talk about that on the placement of where these patches go. So again, acupuncture works fabulously, but it's expensive and it's, you know, you have to go back regularly and you have to be poked with needles, which is uncomfortable, but you don't have to do that with these patches. They do the same thing and more because you get to wear them all day and they're easy and transportable. It supports your autonomic nervous system for a parasympathetic state. So this is really important for a lot of us that are stressed out, the anxiety, what's going on with the world today, politics, you know, just in general, work, the state of the economy. It puts you in a relaxed state. So important for enhancing your sense of well-being, improving mental focus and clarity. And then again, this fat to energy conversion when worn helps for weight loss. So a lot of people are wearing these for that just in and of themselves. Okay, and then now we want to talk about the vast benefits of these patches that are just from day-to-day use. So non-transdermal, as I said, very easy to use and to apply. And there, again, I mentioned no more afternoon crashes. A lot of people who wear these they get through the day much easier. Again, I wear them pretty regularly when I have long, stressful days. And it's great to put these on when you can just put them on and go. And before you know it, you just notice that all of a sudden your energy is really good. And you're like, okay, I didn't have caffeine today. Okay, maybe I haven't been hydrating enough, but I still feel great. We know we need to drink a lot of water when we wear these. But we wear these daily, and you definitely want to use them on those very stressful and long days because face it, you know, we've got these days that sometimes are from sun up to sundown. Maybe you're even exercising. This is just such a benefit for putting these on to help you get through the day without really crashing, as I mentioned earlier. Now, the swim team in 2004 that we talked about with Richard Quick, they took the gold wearing these patches. So now, as a result, and they got such notoriety that these patches are used by pro tennis players, golfers, soccer players, to track runners, and you see them spotted on a lot of athletes, even on TV. So they're great for the elderly. I love this for my aging folks and parents and people that are using these patches for strength walking and lifting things. So you can put them on different points of the body for helping that. And then I have a great story about an elderly getting her out of bed. This was a woman in her late 70s. She was type 1 diabetic, had not been getting out of the bed. Her daughter called me and said, Mom is really deteriorating rapidly. We want to get on these patches. So it took her a while to get to where she was feeling better. And we had to put these on all 5 locations for her during the day. But in about 2 to 3 weeks, I got a call saying she was out in the garden and doing something she absolutely loves. So it can take a little while longer, but for some. But the important thing is it helps folks harmlessly without medications. She wasn't using any sort of caffeine. And so this really was helping her get her life back. And again, excellent for teenagers from lack of sleep, because we know that teenagers now are burning the candle with social media and not sleeping enough to access sporting events, because so many of these teens are doing way too much activities, but it will help them as well. So keep that in mind, moms, for the teens that you have. All right, why such a powerful patch? Well, as I've mentioned, with this mental and physical energy that you can get from wearing these, it will equal quality of life. So the more active you are, the better you feel. So when you wear the energy enhancer, you're going to be moving more. Like I said, we got this client out of the bed and in her garden. So that's very important, exercise and movement, as we know, for an active lymphatic system, because your lymphatic system doesn't do its work if you're sitting around watching TV and eating bad food all day. So you want to be detoxifying the lymphatic system, and that's only done by sweating. And we do, you can sweat just by sitting if it's hot, but we want that movement. And that's what these patches are really good for people that are having stuck energy, that aren't out there exercising the way they should, or moving, even walking. And it improves the cell health, which then improves vitality and then leads to a healthier, happier life. Okay, and now we're going to talk about the patching options. So we have here the energy enhancer. You can see is the sleeve on the left, and then this particular patch, sleeve patches come in two. So we only have two products that do that in the Lifewave family of patches, and we have a white one and we have a tan one, and this is based on polarity of the body. So we have a balance in our body, yin and yang. You've heard that term before. So we normally wear the white on right side of the body, and you wear the tan on the left. And I do want to mention that some of us are off balance by diet, and maybe you've got an illness or you're suffering from some particular condition. Sometimes you can switch them if you're not having any luck with the protocols that I'm going to be talking about, or the options. So, consider that if you need to. Okay, so they come with an instruction. You can see here an instruction page that looks like what's there. I've got the little one here in front of me. And it sometimes confuses people that they think that it shows it on the top with two patches, but the rest of the images show just one, and it shows the white one. So I've had clients throw away the brown ones thinking that they weren't supposed to be using them, or worse yet, they thought that they were bad or something. I was like mortified that they didn't understand the difference. So anyway, be sure you know that these two go together. There's a pouch in the sleeve holder, and there's a front and a back of the inside, and it's basically the white ones are in one section and the tan ones are in the other. Okay, so we're going to start with our first patching placement, and this is obviously on the chest and off towards the outside of by the armpit here, and we wear that about an inch down below the shoulder, and this is called the lung 1 placement, and this is very important based on meridians, and so that's why this is placed here, and it's obviously a way to, with the positive and negative, and balancing the body. Then we have the second option, which is 3 fingers below the kneecap and about 1 finger or inch outside of the shin bone. And this one is called the stomach 36 meridian. And again, a lot of us with digestion issues, this is a good place to wear. And then we have the third placement, which is called the pericardium 6, which is your heart meridian. And again, on the inside of the wrist. And this is a great 3 fingers down from the hand is where you place these patches. A lot of us love to wear the patches here. For some reason, this particular location is really powerful. So I do recommend it for people that are having fatigue. And then the fourth placement here is called the triple burner. And this is for your spleen, your bladder, and your stomach placement. Now, again, a lot of stomach issues, a lot of leaky gut, a lot of trouble with digestion issues and constipation and such. This is probably a really good patch to wear, especially if you don't eat well. This is on the outside of the arm. Again, 3 fingers from the hand. I could be showing you here, like put your fingers like this, and three three fingers down and put the patch in that location. So, so that's the fourth one. And the last one here is a very important placement, which is called the kidney 3. And again, your kidney is a vital organ that helps detox. And a lot of people have kidney issues because they're, first of all, not drinking enough water, or they're drinking too much caffeine, and they're causing a lot of issues with hydration and obviously cell health issues. So that's a good placement. And then I do want to mention that when you are fatigued and you have these kind of more severe health issues that you're getting through, whether it's a flu or a virus, or you're recovering from something, you just feel lousy, I like to recommend to my clients to find 3 placements and put these patches on different parts of the body, the top, the middle of the body, and the lower body. And I'd probably say the patch location number 1, number 2, and number 5 are really good to get the balance of the body throughout the body, to make sure that you've got a good coverage for energy and other things and covering organs. But if you have only one to put on and you're in a hurry, and this helps a lot for people, it's obviously patch 3 and 4 on the arms. A lot of people have good luck with seeing results there. Okay, so now I just want to wrap this up with reminding you of the importance of our signature patch, the X39. Now, the X39 is the one patch that activates your copper peptide, the GHKCU copper peptide in your body. Doesn't activate it. It actually it's reflecting this light I mentioned onto the copper peptide in your body and activating it and saying, I need to get to work. I need to do some cell health. And this is what is helping your stem cells that you've heard so much about being vital to longevity and reversing your age. And this is all being done naturally. It's been done safely and affordably. I mean, these stem cells today, injections are upwards of $25,000. David Schmidt tells stories all the time about people that have them and they get, they either can die from these injections or they get harmed. So this is, none of that happens here with these patches, which is so wonderful. But we do actually encourage everybody to start on the X39. And I've done lots of talks just on the X39 that just go into the details in depth of what this patch is, the history behind it, and all the science. And here are some of the benefits that we love about this patch. Again, 2 placements on the top of the screen here. You can see that the neck, that is a very vital position for overall health, and it's another key meridian point. And then you've got below the belly button. So those are 2 placements for these 2 patches that are really, really important to wear these patches there. Rapid pain relief. And we know that that's a big issue today with all of our health issues and even exercising, and everybody's got some form of pain. And when I started with the patches 4 years ago, I didn't know a lot of these other patches, and I was new and I probably wasn't getting the training I needed and that I obviously should have been doing. And I was just using the X39 on everything, and I was just using it for myself for the first 6 months. And I was using it for pain especially, but also for what really ended up kind of sealing the deal on this product for me was my hair. I ended up having, really super healthy hair. My gray hairs were minimizing that I had. They were driving me crazy. So anyway, I just want to mention that it works for pain very well for a lot of people. And it reduces inflammation right away, which is, again, goes back to this pain issue. If you've got inflammation, you've probably got pain. It supports wound healing. I've had story after story of dropping things on my feet to like cutting myself. Lots of videos on lots of trainings on that with rapid healing and just things that are shocking how fast that happens. And then of course the level of energy and vitality that a lot of people haven't felt before. And I'm really jealous. A lot of people within the first few days notice a lot of these things, especially mental clarity. I get a lot of that brain fog lift feedback. Enhancing sports and performance, which obviously you saw with the swim team, the Stanford swim team, and then faster recovery from exercise. So I'm always wearing my X39 when I do exercise. Just keep it on throughout the day, and knowing that it's helping my body recover. And my favorite is improved skin appearance, because we all want younger, youthful looking skin. And this is one of the many benefits of this copper peptide that this is actually helping support. All righty, so that's it for this presentation on the first series of my patching for the energy enhancer. Next week, I will be doing Silent Nights, which is another signature patch of ours that is so beneficial. And I want to make sure that people that are having sleep issues, be sure and come back for that. There's lots of things you can do with Silent Nights that maybe people think that if they put it on and it doesn't work, there's lots of tips and tools for using it. I particularly enjoy it and use it mostly every night. And anyway, so I thank you for being here. If you are new to Lifewave and you obviously this is your first time to hear about these products, please feel free to reach out to me. I want you to reach out to anybody that introduced you to Lifewave. Obviously, that first and foremost. Get back with them, see how you can get over $300 of free gifts by signing up as a preferred with the company, and very generous, lots of great things. Most of us start out that way. I did myself. And if you want to know more about my particular team, it's yourteaminmotion.com. We have a great website that has lots of not only pictures, but testimonials and a lot of information about the science around, about science and technology about this product. And of course, I always want to emphasize that these patches are, safe for anyone that even is using medication. But, get out there and share this information, because this product's really changing lives. And I can't express enough that if you are part of the Lifewave family, that you do the trainings with your team. There's so much information to be gotten and to share with your community. And please bring people to these live events, because it really is helpful. And all we want to do is play it forward. I'm sitting here because I am a result of amazing product. And I've been, like I've spoken before, that these patches make me look like a superstar with my clients, because they really do work. So thank you again for being here. I appreciate it. Look forward to seeing you next week on the Silent Nights, and then the subsequent talks that I'll be doing as throughout the rest of the month and months ahead. I've got 11, I think I said we had 11 patches we have to go through. So again, thank you for being here. I look forward to seeing you again. Bye now.